Hi guys, it's Olga Heldwein, and today I have really cute unicorn cards with AALL Create. AALL Create is bringing the A game. We had the rocking corn set from me for some time now, but AALL Create is bringing dice. Too much, a lot of designs, including my cuties. So on the screen you could see all the rocking corns. We have a big set with 4 characters and some sentiments, and small set with the bass player. I love this set. I absolutely love this set, and I was so, so happy that they bring it. So how I do color my characters. So I'm starting with the layer of white crayon, and then I start to add shading, and I gradually go from the lightest to darkest shade. And every time when I'm using the crayons, we don't put the pressure on them, okay? You just want to squiggle the crayon on top of your paper, and the paper is really important here. For those I'm using oh my god, I don't remember in this particular moment what paper it was. It was Canson, I think Color Pro paper. I'm using really smooth cardstock for my characters. Yeah, it's Canson Super Smooth Surface. And I'm starting for my body with white and then adding some grays. For the guitar I started with really light red, and then gradually I went to the darkest red. To be honest, you just need one color from each color, one shade from each color, like one red and one yellow and one gray, and you can build it up and mix them because polychromos mix perfectly. But I already built up my collection. Every time I'm in art shop I'm buying just few crayons, and this way with time it's really easy and not so expensive to build a really nice crayon collection. And you can buy just 5 colors and try if the crayon coloring is for you or not necessarily, and maybe you will prefer other ones over those. I love those so much. You can see right now when I'm doing the rainbow hair how nice they blend. So I'm laying down really thin even coat of crayon, and I don't put any pressure at all. Again, just I like to hold my crayons quite near to the beginning of the crayon, and they are super sharp, but I don't put any pressure at all here. I'm just, put the pigment on, and in the moments when you have transition from one color to the another, I'm helping myself between pink and yellow. I used a little bit of orange, and between blue and pink I use a little bit purple to make it a little bit faster. But if you have only yellow, pink and blue, you will be able to achieve a similar effect. To deepen the shadows, I'm adding a slightly bit of black. I'm using black really sparingly because it's so strong, and with other colors I'm blending it in. I also put the rainbow on the corn, my rocking corn, and each character took me around 30 minutes to color, but I really took my time and I really enjoyed myself, and I really enjoyed the coloring. You can't see it because I crop it. On my left hand side my son is sitting with me and he's coloring as well. It's just the thing that we like to do together, so I really like to take the time with the coloring because we have so many amazing conversations. So now I'm using the dice, and you can see that it's pretty easy to line up your die with your image. You just line it straight to the edge, and then when you go through your machine you have perfectly cutted image. It shortened the time, and it's also for people who don't like fast cut. but you will get a white border around your character. I don't think it's a bad look, it's just a different look. For the background, I use distress oxides. First, I refilled my dried memento with few drops of tumbled glass, and I put soft layer in the background, and then I went a little bit more heavily through the stencil, and with iced spores I made a floor for my band. And I'm starting to fit my characters, and having a dice giving me this nice opportunity to make thicker chipboard-like elements. I just cut out a few times my characters from scraps of the paper, and I'm just backing up my colored die-cut image with few layers of plain cardstock, just cut it out with the die cut. That gives me really nice thick element, and I don't have to back them up with foam squares, and they will be nice and sturdy, and they will stand out on the card. With my stamping platform, I'm adding a sentiment. You Rock is from Rocking Coin set, and hashtag Be Awesome is from one of my first sets that I designed for AALL Create. I keep all my sentiments separately, so then it's really easy when I create to build up my sentiment, and I'm putting those guys on the stage. I really like the burst behind them, and the vocalist, I back him up with some 3D foam squares to make sure that you know, he will stand out. I put it on the card base. I added a black frame. I added a few details with the white pen, and I put a shimmery Nuvo drop with the holographic glitter on top of the horns, and I added a few cute dots in the background to have just a little bit sparkle, because you know, I can't miss the opportunity of using glitter on the unicorn card. Speaking of glitter, I cut out this frame from few times from the foam, like crafty foam, and one time from glittery cardstock, and I backed it up with acetate, so I created you know, glittery window. And on the background of my card, I stamped Let's Rock. I checked if that will fit in the frame. First, I stamped with my favorite things, Extreme Black, but it didn't show up so nice on the cardstock, so I went on top with Versa Fine twice, and I should wait a little bit longer for my ink to dry before I went to the next step, because my glitter stuck a little bit to the letters. It doesn't bother me at all, you know, glitter doesn't bother me at all. But it's a little bit harder to read my sentiment. I put my panel on my card base, and it covers completely my card. It's not any standard card. I made it from the leftovers after the first card, and I'm using different shiny things in matching colors, and it's like soft gold, so Tim Holtz glitter fits perfectly. I have those cute stars and a little bit of bigger particular glitter, and some of my elements still stuck under my frame. I put the glue and I put a nice weight on top, but they still get stuck, but I'm not bothered about that as well. It adds to the look, you know, the stars will be all over, so it's fine. And I'm adding my characters, and this time I'm using 3D foam because it's easier to stick them. And again, the vocalist, I touched the back of the foam so much with my fingers that it's, you know, I prevented it from being really tacky. And I added one more foam square under his hat, and with the vocalist, the foam is double. Yeah, so basically that's all. I'm adding some small details that I will I love this part, when the card is ready and I can add small tiny things. Those cute stars, I die cut them with the die that goes with the rocking con set. You get your characters and 2-star die cuts. I use only the big star here. And I added some details from my favorite Mod Podge epoxy on the stars and on their hooves, and a little bit of glitter on their horns, because why not? Okay, basically that will be all for today. I hope you enjoyed it and get inspired. Leave me some comments down below if you have any questions or concerns. I will put all the links in the description box for you, but AALL Create is not selling stamps and dies directly to the customer. You have to look for your own stockist on their website, but I will link it down below. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much. Have a nice and creative day, and see you soon. Bye!